Today we are going to learn about approximation, and this is something related to your derivative differentiation. So better we understand with the help of this, with the help of a graph, so that we can analyze what is delta y, what is dx, what is dy, what is delta y. So here this is, let's say fx is a function from some domain to some domain is there. Domain can be anything, and it is defined up to domain. This is a subset of real number, and this is going to a real number. So this is your function. You can see this blue one is your this function fx, and this is the point. Initially we are taking this as p x comma y, and this point q, which is x plus delta x, and in limit we normally use h, but here in this approximation chapter we are using that as delta x. So this is delta x, means this is a small change. This is your x, and this you add delta x, so this is going to be your x plus delta x. So this is something you can see. If I if I want to find the slope of that secant pq, then slope can be found easily with the help of this formula. Slope of pq, the formula is y plus delta y minus y upon x plus delta x minus x. So it's going to be delta y upon delta x. So this is the slope of this secant pq, and it's interesting to see when this slope can become the slope of the tangent at point pxy. So if I take delta x tends to 0, what will happen? This delta y upon delta x will be going to dy by dx, or you can say here, if delta x tends to 0, delta y upon delta x is going to be dy by dx. So and this dy by dx is actually the slope of the tangent at point pxy. And what is here dx, this dy, and what is your dx? So this, understand the difference, that delta y means change in y, small change in y, and delta x means small change in x. But this is the differentiation, this is differentiation sign. So this is and you understand the difference, that if I say dx equal to delta x, it means this delta x and dx are the same, because this is x is independent variable. So whatever change is in x, so you can say that change as delta x, or you can say dx. But y is an independent variable. Y is an independent y is in, this is independent, this is y is an dependent variable. So change dy is going to be approximate change in dy. So this is important to understand. Then if you are having a change in x, that is purely you say as dx, or you say as delta x. But here dy, you can see from this graph, this q, this is y plus delta y, x plus delta x, this is the coordinate, and this point is your x. This is going to be this is your point. You can find that point easily, and this gap of rq is your delta y, and this gap is your dy, because if this is theta, because we say the angle which makes with x axis, so this is theta, and tan theta will be tan theta will be your dy by dx. We normally say that this is dy by dx. It means this distance is your dy, and this base is your dx. So this is your dy, and you can see here dy and delta y, they are different, but they are not very, they are not very different. They're approximately equal, but we can never say they are exactly equal. So that's why we use this symbol dy is approximately equal to delta y. And further you can see that fx plus delta x minus fx is going to be, so you can see this delta y is actually this point to this point. This is your fx plus delta x from this point to this point, and minus fx from r to this point, and I can say, I can name it also, let's say this is point m. So q to m is fx plus delta x, and r to m is your fx. So delta y, you can see this gap is delta y. So delta y is defined like this. And second, that dy can be written as f dash x into delta x, or you can say this is dy by dx and into delta x. From this graph we can have some more discussion on this dx and equal to delta x, what this, and dy approximately equal to delta y. So we may note that the differential of dependent variable means this y is dependent variable, is not equal to the increment of the variable. Increment of the variable means delta y, whereas the differential of the independent variable, independent means this is x, independent variable, is equal to the increment of the variable. So this is very important thing that you have to keep in mind. Now using differential we have to find the approximate value of 25.3. so we can start from here. Let's say y equal to root x, but you may take x as 25 and delta x as 0.3. So the choice of x and delta x will be depending upon the given value. So what we have to calculate, we have to calculate this fx plus delta x, this is minus fx is equal to delta y. So if I put this value, or I can write that as fx also, this you can say fx also. So I have to find this, means I have to find x plus delta x. You can see this is going to be 25.3 minus 25, and this is going to be delta y. So your f 25.3 will be equal to delta y plus f 25. So I just need to find delta y and f25. F25 will be 5. So we find delta y, and delta y, we know that delta y can be written as, delta y is approximately equal to dy, and this is equal to your dy by dx into delta x. So we can now substitute the values that we know. So it's going to be dy by dx is 1 upon 2 root x, and delta x is your 0.3. So this is, you can put the value of x as 25, so this is going to be 5, and this is going to be 3. You can say this is 0.3, or 3 by 10, you may say 3 by 10. So this is 0.0, this is 100, so this is 0.03. Now we substitute this value of delta y here in this, so it's going to be, delta y is 0.03, and this is 25 is your, you just put the value of f25 is going to be 5. So your answer is going to be 5.03 that you have found with the help of approximation. Now we try this second part also. Here you can say y is your x 1 by 3. So you take x as 0.008, and delta x as 0.001, because your x plus delta x is your this value. So x is 0.008, means if you do 0.008 upon 3, this is exponent as 1 by 3, so answer is going to be 0.2. So we have to choose these values of x and delta x according to the question, the exponent and the function. So we first differentiate dy by dx. We'll do dy by dx. This is going to be 1 by 3 x 1 by 3 minus 1. If you do, this is going to be then 1 by 3 x 2 by 3. So this is the differentiation that we have got. Now you can put the value also here, and 1 upon 3, the value will be 1 upon 3, x is your 0.008, and this is 2 by 3. So 2 by 3, first you do 1 by 3, so it's going to be 1 by 3 into 0.2, and this is 2. So now it's going to be 1 by 3 into 0.04, or you can say this is 1 upon 0.12. 3 4 ja, this you can write this way. Now your delta y will be dy by dx, or you can say this as equal to dy also. This is dy, you can say dy also. So dy equal to delta y, approximately equal, so you can take equal also or approximately. And now substitute this in this formula. Dy by dx has come as 1 upon 0.12, and delta x is 0.001. So if you remove decimal, you know what it is going to be. This is this you remove, then 1 2 3. If you remove this here, 1 2, so 2 0 2 0 cancel. So now this is 1 upon 120. So this is 1 upon 120. Will now f we can write here from directly, that f x plus delta x will be delta y, which is 1 upon 120, and plus fx, which is fx, the formula we have already written here. So this is going to be your 0.2. So we can now simplify this. So after simplifying, this is going to be 0.208. So this is the value that you are looking for. Now this is our 15th question, 32.15, and exponent is 1 by 5. So you see that first we'll take y, or you say fx, as x 1 by 5, and we have to choose x, you choose 32, and delta x will be 0.15. So now we know the process, what we have to find first. So we finding f dash x, the differentiation you can say. So this is 1 by 5, x is minus 1, so x is going to be 4 by 5. So we'll substitute the value of x, but it can be done later also. Now your delta y, this is approximately equal to dy, and this is dy by dx into delta x. So we'll put the value dy by dx is 1 upon 5, and x you can put 32, and this is 4 by 5, and delta x is your 0.15. So we can simplify this. This is 1 upon 5, and this is 2 to the power 4, this will be 16, and this is going to be 1, this is 0.5. So ultimately you can write that as 15 upon 5 into 16 00, decimal I have removed. So calculation can be done, you know, in different ways. Now your f x plus delta x is your, this is fx plus delta y. So fx is, you know, fx you take x as 32, so it's going to be 2, and delta y you put this delta y value, this is 15 upon 5 into 1600. You can simplify in any of the way. This is 5 3 ja this, and now it can be written as 2 plus 3 upon 1600. So we'll calculate the value. So this value is going to be 2.001. So we have found this. Now next question. This question is different from rest because here delta x going to be negative. So you know that 27, if it is 27, then 27 1 by 3 is 3. So fx you may assume as x 1 by 3, and you take x as 27, and delta x you have to take this is minus 1. Now it's all depending upon the given question. Delta x can be positive, delta x can be negative. So now we'll find delta y dy, and that is equal to dy by dx into delta x. So dy by dx is this is 1 upon 3, and x then 2 by 3 it will be, and delta x is your minus 1. So substitute all the values. 1 upon 3, and x is 27, this is 2 1 by 3, and this is minus 1. So this is 3 square, this will be 9. So this is going to be minus 1 upon 27. This 27 1 by 3 is 3, 3 square is 9, 9 3 ja 27, and this is minus 1. And fx plus delta x is your fx plus delta y. So fx, you see fx will be your, put the value fx, we can calculate here f, 27 is going to be 27 1 by 3, so this is going to be 3. So this way we can calculate for fx, and now delta y you have already calculated, this is 1 upon 27. So we divide and we'll find the approximate value. So this is 2.962, the approximate value is about to come. So now we have seen these 4 different examples in which the important thing was you choose x according to the given function, and delta x will be chosen accordingly. Now we'll discuss question number 2. Its approximate value of f 2.01, and where fx is 4x square plus 5x plus 2 is given. So first we'll choose that x as because this is 2.01, so x you take 2, and delta x you choose 0.01. And we'll find f dash x also. F dash x will be this is 8x plus 5. So f will put the value of 2, so it's going to be 16 plus 5, and 16 plus 5 is 21. Now we'll find delta y, or you can say dy, then it is dy by dx delta x, or you can say this is f dash x into delta x. So we have this value of f dash x2, this is 21, so we can put 21, and delta is 0.01, so it's going to be 0.21. Now your fx plus delta x is fx plus delta y. So fx plus delta y, it will be 2.01, and fx we have to calculate the value of fx, that can be calculated here. f2 will be 4 into 4 plus this can be 5 into 2, this is 10 plus 2. So 16 plus 10 26, and 26 this is 28. So your value you can now substitute here, this is 28, and delta y has come 0.21. So your answer is going to 28.21. Now consider this question, and this is very important type, reason being this is most practically used in the industry. That find the approximate change in volume of a cube of side x meter caused by increase in the side by 1%. So let we take this cube and cube the side originally this side is x, but we are increasing the side by 1%. So the new cube is going to be x 1% increase means x plus 1% of x. So delta x is actually going to be 1%. 1% means 100 into x. So this is going to be 0 0. This is 0.0x, you may say. So this is the delta x that you can use. Now volume, you can write this as fx also. You can consider this as a function of x, and this is your x cube. So x means x, but delta x is 0.0 x. So we have to find the change in the volume, means volume x plus 0.0 x we have to find. So first we differentiate it. So f dash x will be, or you can say dv upon dx also. So this is going to be 3x square. So this is there. Now delta y, we'll find delta y. This is your f dash x into delta x. So f dash x is your 3x square and delta x is your 0.0 x, or you may write it as 3x square into x upon 100. So you may write this as 3x cube upon 100. Now fx plus delta x, the formula is, this is fx plus delta y. Your fx plus delta x means f plus 0.0 x. This is the change that you're looking for. And fx is you see fx is your simply x cube, and delta y is going to be 3x cube upon 100. So you can take x cube common. So this is 1 plus 0.03 100. You can take it like this. So it's going to be x cube 1.03, and you can write simply 1.03 x cube. And because this is a volume, so this is unit cube, we can assume this as meter. It's given already, so this is meter cube, and this is also meter cube. So this is after the change, but they were asking in the question that find the approximate change. So approximate change in volume, you can see earlier the volume was x cube, and this time the volume is 1.03 x cube. So what is the difference in these two volumes? I'm just underlining this. They are actually finding they are asking you to find the difference between this volume and this volume. So it's quite visible that difference is 0.03 x cube. You can say this is meter cube. So this is the answer, and it was asking the question. But sometimes this can also be asked the overall change in the volume that comes after changing the side.